Hello everyone, and welcome back to a new episode of Into the Breach. We're playing the Steel Judoka. We just finished, I believe this is the second island, although, looking here, I see that it is not. It is the first island. So I was, before the episode, thinking like, gee, do I want to do the final mission? Well, yeah, I do, I guess, eventually, but not right now, because we got stuff to do. No, we've done two. Why does this only say 14,000? I guess that's just... I know you get 1,500 per mission. I guess, yeah, which means you can't have done 10 missions on a single island. Alright, we've done 2. Okay, good to know. Now, the question is, are we going to do more stuff? And, like, I kind of want to try out this confused shot on a non-final mission thing. Let's have a look, though, first at what enemies are here. Because there might be some that we would have a great deal of trouble with. So here we have diggers and, what are those guys called? Centipedes? As the kind of more serious threat. Oh god, yeah, here we have the burrowers. Ugh, and a spider boss, the worst. So we're definitely not doing 4 islands, I don't think. But I think I should have a fun time on archiving. Let's go for that. Ooh, a reactor core. Well, I gotta do it. Gotta do it. Gotta get those reactor cores. And the dam is reasonably well placed. We should be able to cut them off from most of the buildings. I don't know. So remember that this is on my prime mech now, the light tank. And that my science mech is like got more reactor power than he needs, but we need to try to remember to, like, this confused shot is available, and I don't know. Let's stand in, I don't know, here? I have no idea how to deploy. So, but, actually, question, how are we going to destroy the dam? The only thing we have that does damage to the dam is this. So we need to get enemies to attack the dam, I guess? That's going to be kind of hard, isn't it? So maybe I want to put my judo mech here, so that maybe someone stands on E5, and then we can... and attacks him on F5, and then we can judo him over there. I don't know. And siege mech... he has pretty good control of the map here on E6, so let's try that. No time pods. What terrible luck. Alright, this guy's not attacking. Oh, so is this... what kind of scion is this? Health scion. Okay. So one thing to note is that this is pretty strong looking. Nuke the building and push them all so they're not attacking it anymore. Also looking strong is to... hang on. One thing I want to try is, can I attack? No, I cannot judo chop a dam. So, also looking strong is to use a confuse on this guy and make him attack the digger. But I think I have to blow up this building. Not blow it up as in take damage, but shoot at it, right? I think that is the only play I'm going to find that deals with everything this well. And then maybe I can come down here and judo the guy to F1. Although it might be more important to deploy the tank first. Ah, the tank is another way I can deal damage to this, is by pushing things into it. So, I guess I should deploy the tank. It's more important than damaging. I could deploy the tank to bump this Scion into my Judo mech. Sort of do the work of developing him to have him available for future turns. Ah, if I do that though, I'm gonna have to be like here. Because I'm planning to have D5 be occupied by this Scorpion, so I don't want my tank there. Ah! So I can use the tank to deal damage to the Scorpion and the Scion instead of the Scion on my Judo, if I do this. But first, I have to flip the Confuse Shot because I need this space for... Okay. So ordering matters quite a bit on this turn, but I believe I have an appropriate ordering available. You know, I wish I could... get the Scorpion to... not the Scorpion, god, the Centipede to attack the Scorpion on D2. Because he's going to be attacking this Digger and splashing onto D2. And we're moving the Scorpion off of D2. But I guess it wouldn't kill him anyway, would it? They only deal... He would only deal 4 damage attacking the other guy. Right. 2 plus 2? Yeah. So even at that, we wouldn't kill him. Okay, so I think I'm all set with this turn. I'm gonna do this. Ah, right. And we don't quite kill this guy. He has 5 health because of the Scion, so we need to get started on the Scion. Oh, hang on. I moved there, but here is probably better, right? This gives me better access to all the tiles I will want to attack later. And what tile do I want my Judo mech on? I kind of want him, like, I don't know, here? It's not clear to me. Okay. Oh, Archimedes can move again. I'm so smart. I don't know. Here's a fine place to be, though. Maybe here, make it easier to get out in this direction or something? I don't know. So anyway, that Digger is now dead as soon as I can kill the Scion. I think I said that already, but I'm not 100% sure, to be honest. Okay. There's a lot going on here, huh? And definitely no one attacking in a way that I can use to get to the dam. So how many moves does my Judo mech have? 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can't get into a place that would allow me to attack this guy, which is what I would like to do. An interesting play would be... Yes, this is a decent play, I think. To have my artillery fire on F5. Ooh, this... it kills the Scion, which is what I wanted to do, but it also bumps the Scion into a building, which I did not anticipate. This would... free my artillery mech to move. Huh. No. Sorry. It would unweb the artillery mech. No, it would, sorry, Jesus Christ. It would unweb my Judo mech so that he could move. And then we could get say, to here to rescue the siege mech. But then, with just my light tank and my science mech, I don't see how to stop these two enemies from destroying the building on D3. And I'm also hurting the building on F7. This doesn't, like, destroy the dam by itself, right? No, just does 1 damage to it. Do I even have a way to destroy the dam? Because if I did, it would kill both of these guys, which frees up my Judo mech, which is sort of useful. And importantly, it would drown this guy, meaning I could get to here, which doesn't help. Okay. But I would, yeah, so... I think we're taking some grid damage this turn. Like, I don't actually even see a way for anything other than my artillery mech to destroy the Scorpion that is blocking my Judo mech. I mean, I could, right? I could use this little tank guy, or even my science mech, to move this digger out of the way or kill him. And then I could Judo the Scorpion to here. That would still not free up the artillery mech, though. Which I'd really like to do. I don't want to lose him for the rest of the turn mission. But, so I could use... I could use the science mech to pull this digger up to here, not doing any damage to anything. But if I do... then when I Judo this guy, I won't have... any way left to move my artillery mech. However, if instead I use my tank to destroy this guy by pushing him into a building, then I still have my science mech alive. And after we Judo this Scorpion over to D4, the science mech will be able to stand, say, on F5 and pull my siege mech back to rescue him. At which point, I'll finally have free reign to aim the siege mech wherever I like. One obvious direction being to stop this guy, this centipede from attacking the building, say by artillery on E2 or something like that. I kind of like that plan. It only takes 1 grid damage right now. Where everything else, I think, involves taking at least 2. It doesn't get me going on the dam, or this Scion, which is kind of a bummer. Hang on. What if we did something a little bit surprising? what I'm thinking is killing the Scion is another way of killing this Alpha Digger, right? Because he would lose the health bonus. Now, I don't have a lot of good ways to kill the Scion, but I do have one, which is to move my tank to F5 and just push him into a building. Remember, the other plan involved damaging this building instead, and I think we can do that exact same plan, but damaging the building on G7 instead, which does everything the same, except we also defeat the Scion in addition to everything we were doing with the other line. I believe everything still works then. And we also kill this Scorpion because we've taken out the Scion and dealt 1 damage to the Scorpion. And we can do as much as 2 additional damage to this Alpha Scorpion if we want. I'm a little bit worried about the fact that my Judomech in all of these plans is tanking 2 damage from the Alpha Firefly. But there's not really a good way to free him from this Scorpion otherwise. Yeah. All right, I think I'm gonna commit to this. 1 grid damage, but we killed a threat, and now we do this Judo attack first. I don't think the ordering on that matters, but this way it's less committal. Okay, great. Free the artillery. And so the question is, do I want to stand here, dealing a little bit of extra damage to the Scorpion at the expense of 1 damage to myself? That might be worthwhile, but on the other hand, we might be drowning him next turn. So I think I'd rather do this, just stay near the middle of the board. Oh, that guy's got acid, so we're doing more damage to him. I didn't think about that. When did he get acid? Last turn, he attacked this C2 space, splashing acid onto D2, and then he walked on D2, so he's aciding himself. Alright. Fine. I think I'll just do this. Tough mission so far. Archimedes can move again. I don't care, though. I could go here and block the damage. That's actually an interesting idea. My Judomech has armor anyway, so taking 2 damage is not a big deal. Sorry, he has armor, I knew, but also he has 5 health, which I didn't... Wait a minute. Did that just become true? No, I guess it's always been true. Sing just got upgraded. Oh yeah, Sing, that's this one. The one in my Judomech. Just got +2 mech HP for killing the Scorpion. Huh. Alright, so I guess letting the Judos tank the damage is not that bad. Okay, interesting. And then, I don't know, let's just centralize a bit. Alright, that's great. That's an attack that does very little to me. These guys, though, it's a little tough to deal with both of them, I feel like, but maybe it's not. Let's see. We really need to get started on this dam. Okay, alright. I think I have an idea. My idea is the following. That I will use my Judomech to destroy this guy. And then... I thought I had a clever follow-up to that, but actually I'm not sure I do. So... What if I could use my Judomech to get this guy, this Scorpion... I can use him to get the Scorpion most of the way to C4, and I could use the tank, for example, to finish him off. Then that deals with... that kills the Scorpion and blocks the Centipede for one more turn. Then my Siege Mech could start on the dam, and my Science Mech could, say, confuse this guy. He only takes 1 damage from this, not 2, right? He does take 2. Interesting. Doesn't matter that much, but it surprises me. And I think that as long as we have the push mech available, the push tank available next turn to, like, push something into the dam, I think we should be able to bust it open next turn. And hopefully that will present us with some way to deal with the remaining 4 enemies, which is kind of 4 too many for my tastes. Okay, so that's one option for a line. What else could I do? I could do something very straightforward, like just use the... Ooh, don't open the console. Use the push tank to push this guy out of the way. Then I have 3 mechs available to deal with these 2. I could come down here, judo this guy. And that kills the Scorpion also. That's kind of nice. Yeah, this is looking better because, well, it doesn't deal any damage to the dam, which would be real nice to do. But I'm thinking something like this is a good follow-up. It also sets the Avec on fire? Yeah. This spot. No, there's no forest there. For some reason I thought there was. So we do that, killing this guy. Now we don't have to worry about the building on C7 anymore. We can judo this guy to here, and we don't have to worry about that anymore, and we've killed the Scorpion. And I have the Science Mech available to... what? There's nothing that he can do that's useful. Block a spawn, actually, is useful. And in this line, there's only 1 monster left on the screen still, the Alpha Firefly. And 1 spawn, right? That seems pretty okay. That might be better than, This sets my Judo Mech on fire, which I guess doesn't matter that much. Oh, we could use it to do 1 more damage to the Firefly at the expense of another damage to my Judo mech. Bumping him in here. Then I would lose access to him next turn, right? He would be on fire this turn, taking 1 damage, and get bumped taking 1 damage, so I couldn't use... Okay, so we don't want to do that. I was thinking about whether you should Judo before or after I artillery fire on D2. Before does an extra damage to each of these two, and after does... sorry. After does extra damage, because this guy will be here and we'll get bumped into him. I don't want to do that. So the only downside to this is that we make no progress on the dam. Which is for sure a downside. But the upside is that there's like 2 more enemies dead and 1 more spawn blocked. I think that that buys us enough time that it's plausible that we could deal with the dam next turn. So let's give that line a shot. See if I can even reconstruct that line. It started with this push and an attack here. Judo like this and block a spawn. Okay. So let's do that. Push. Artillery fire. You know what? That was not the right place to fire the artillery, for 2 reasons. If I had fired the artillery here to B2, I would have gotten 1 extra damage in on the Firefly, and I wouldn't have set fire to the place my Judo mech is going. I think that that is important enough that I'll go ahead and reset the turn. We're close to the end of the battle. We can use it for something sort of minor, and it's not even that minor. It's doing 1 damage to myself instead, 2 damage to myself, instead of 1 damage to an enemy. That's a pretty big deal. So I'd rather do this. Oh! I could kill whichever one of these 2 I prefer. If I want, I can use a confuse shot on this guy, making him then attack the Firefly. However, I think that I would prefer for the Firefly to be alive, because as things stand, he has no way to attack a building next turn. Can't reach anything. With just 2 moves, right? He can't do it. No, I mean, I guess what he could do is move on to the 3rd rank and attack into the direction of this building, such that if I move, he'll get the building. You know, which is certainly a thing he could do. But at least he isn't threatening to attack any buildings that I really like. That's only 1 move that he has to do that, and he can't web us. I don't want to be having to spend an action unwebbing somebody. I want them all available to focus on the dam, basically. So I think that I will not swap this guy. And there's nothing I can pull. What happens if you swap your own mech? Nothing. Okay, good to know. But this gave me another move. I could go anywhere I want, but I'm right where I want to be. Ugh. No! Turn order is not what I want it to be. If I could, like, Judo this guy to here and kill this guy, that might be nice. Ah, well... Oh, they only do... Oh, wait, no, this... Where's my... Vec deal +2 damage against each other. This guy normally does 3, so if I just put him onto this square, he will deal 5 damage to the Scorpion, killing it. And then we won't have any damage incoming. And that's very easy to do in this way. Then I have, I believe, enough firepower to bust open the dam. By moving... Oh, I don't even have to pull this guy if I don't want to. But yeah, I do. I was thinking I would shoot here, but that doesn't hurt the dam, which I thought briefly that it does. Okay, so we can do like this, and then fire on the dam once, and then again by bumping my Judo mech into it, destroying the dam, killing this enemy, saving everything. Okay, let's just get the move ordering right. So we do this, easy, doesn't matter what order that happens in. One thing that is important is to destroy the dam. Well, it's not important at all, actually, whatever. It's important to destroy the dam, but I was going to say do X to destroy the dam, but no. See, look at that. 5 damage! Okay, and we just... Well, might as well repair you first. And then open the floodgates. Drowns the tank and submerges our mechs, but doesn't matter. End turn. Yeah. Okay, so we took 1 grid damage. But we got all the objectives. And it could have gone a lot worse. It was a very slow mission, though. Actually more than half an hour for a single mission. It's like twice as long as I usually take, 15 to 20 minutes. It was a tough one to navigate for sure. But I don't want to do a single mission episode, so let's try to do this next. Block Vex spawning 3 times, and there are mines. Okay. Jeepers. Okay, so the 2 centipedes are not alphas, but the fireflies are. Actually, I've wanted to try something. What does colorblind mode do exactly? Oh. It gives these guys little promotion stars. That's great. I can't always tell who's an alpha, but the little promotion stars help a lot. Like, I know, yeah, okay, these guys are purple, these are not. But I can't always tell the purple from whatever other color they're using. So having the little stripes helps a lot. I'm not sure what else we'll see. Probably a number of interesting things, but... yeah, I'd like to try out the colorblind mode thing. I don't know where to put anyone. I could put artillery back here. We have free movement, but like there's some places you just don't want to stand. So I guess we want artillery on the 5th rank. And also the D file, which is nice. I don't know, here? Here? I have no idea where to place these guys. Let's swap these 2. No, let's not. I don't know. Time pod. I love time pods. So both of these 2 are actually not... Oh, thank you. Actually not attacking anything, which is great. They're a bit of a problem because they're forming a barrack. Oh, look! What's with this purple? Why is it purple now instead of red? I guess that's just a slightly... Oh, because red-green color blindness. It would be sad on grasslands. Okay. Well, it's a little bit more noticeable to me now as well. They make it difficult to like the time pods. That's one thing I can tell you. Okay. So, I can't... Yes, I really would like to push the Firefly on F3 to G3 because he would then take 5 damage from his compatriot here and die. That takes care of both of them. A difficulty that I perceive with this plan is that to do that, I need to fire artillery onto the centipede at E3. Which means I would like to have some way to get there without getting shot at by a freaking centipede. So some creativity is in order here, I guess. This guy does 2 damage? 1 damage because he's not an alpha, right. These guys are forming a really effective barricade. They're restricting my movement a lot. So what I'm thinking is, it would be interesting to use my little tank dude to collect this time pod and then just soak up the damage from the centipede so that it does not destroy my much more important artillery mech. And that gives my artillery mech a shot at standing here. Now, I suppose that is maybe unnecessary. So how... It's just hard to find a way to get artillery to E3, and I want to figure that out. That's a sub-puzzle. Obviously, this does it, right? The other thing is that I could try... I'd like to find, perhaps, there could be an alternate way of doing this if we could move the guy on E3 in some other fashion. Okay, I think I see an answer to this. Which... Oh, gosh! I always forget. I'm glad I remembered now. I can't... You can't easily see it until you move this guy out of the way. But this thing explodes when it reaches end of map, so I can't just ignore him. It would deal damage to this building. Shoot. So I had, a moment ago, come up with a solution that kills both of these two and takes no grid damage. But that is an incorrect assessment because we take the grid damage here. My solution was to pull my science mech back to here, judo this centipede up to E5, and then pull him to E6, killing him. Then I have the artillery available, standing somewhere, to attack E3, pushing this Firefly into the view of the other Firefly. However, we end up actually taking a grid damage if I do that. because we let this guy's attack go off unimpeded. So the other thing is, I was really, really worried about letting my Siege Mech take damage from the Firefly because I thought that this was doing 2 damage like the Alpha was in the last mission. But this isn't an Alpha. Maybe I should just let myself get shot by him, soak up this attack. Then I can have my Siege Mech deal with this guy and sort of deal with this guy. And we just have the Centipede left on D4 to deal with. And we have 2 mechs to do it with. In fact, 1 mech would be sufficient. I could just confuse him if I wanted, right? Or I could use the same sort of judo plus science trick that I was talking about, but pull the Scorpion from D4 into the mine on D7, rather than pulling from E3 to E6. Then I've taken care of this guy, blocked this guy, killed this one, blocked this. I haven't picked up the time pod in this line, but I think that that's good. Sorry, it's a good line. It's not good that I haven't picked up the time pod. Okay, I think that that's the best I'm going to come up with, actually, is to do this. Put my artillery somewhere where I can reach this tile. And then come up to D5. Judo, followed by pull. Interesting note, I can vary this line by having my Judo Mech end on D5 or D6 at my preference. I'd rather he end on D5 to be closer to the action, but if I wanted the alternative, I could put him here and do the pull before the Judo. However, I don't think that's what I want. Alright, so let's do this. I destroyed the time pod. Of course I did. I hate destroying time pods. But this is, I think, the best I am going to come up with, and we just have to give this up to avoid some pretty serious problems building up over the course of the rest of the mission. Oh, and Archimedes gets to move again. Could I have somehow done something to pick up the time pod before doing all this stuff, then? Not... So, the answer to that is no. But I could go back to the previous line where we judo this guy from E3 into E6 and then spend my spare move asking Archimedes to tank the shot from this Scorpion. It's not a Scorpion, it's a Centipede. I'm never going to get it right. In that way, we get to do all of this stuff, but also pick up the time pod, and instead of attacking these 2 guys, we're attacking just one of my mechs. Okay, I'm gonna do that. Okay, so we need to do this and all this judo nonsense. Yeah. Now, where should I stand? I guess I should stand here to attack E3 so that I'm not damaging my 2 mechs by pushing them into each other. Oh, when I do this, I'm pushing my Judo mech back so that he's taking the acid damage as well as my science mech. That's kind of a bummer. But I think I have to do it that way. There's nowhere else I can stand that blocks all grid damage. We lose the armor effect, as well as gaining the acid effect, which sucks the big one, but, you know, that's life, I guess. We found a line that collects the time pod and cancels all grid damage. Like, we can't be too unhappy about it. Block effect spawning 3 times is an objective as well. Whoa. Okay, so I have a line that I think is pretty cool. It's not finished yet, and I don't know if it works. But the beginning is to confuse this guy, so he's attacking southeast. And then come here and judo him into the crowd. He attacks these two, killing the Scarab on G2, because of the bonus damage from our Judoka. And aciding and dealing a lot of damage to this guy. This guy retaliates by killing the Centipede. And at the end of that, we just have this guy to deal with, which is not too hard. Not sure the right way to do it, but there is a way to do it, I think. I guess, well, there's only one way, right? Which is to use my artillery mech to push him out of the way. Which doesn't work. Because the only way to push this guy so that he's not doing something upsetting to me is to fire on F3, pushing the Scorpion to H3. That's fine, but it also pushes the Firefly from F2 to F1, so that the Centipede attacking in this direction now hits F1 instead of F2, and the Scarab lives. Right? So that doesn't actually solve our problems. Does it help somehow that Archimedes gets to move after attacking? Maybe that's useful somehow. Archimedes is this one, right? Yeah. What order are they attacking in? Okay. So here's another alternative I could try. I could try pulling the Scorpion to F3. Then the Firefly kills him. And we don't have to worry about that. We block both of those by pulling the Scorpion to F3. Or, indeed, pushing the Scorpion to F3. Which is easier to do because we can do it with artillery fire to H3. I mean, I guess they're both easy. I could do this. But this square is maybe not one I want to use up so quickly. So that leaves us still the Centipede and Scarab to deal with. I believe that they can both be dealt with, because I still have the Judo mech and either one of the other two available. Yeah. And the artillery could deal effectively with the Scarab by firing on H2. If I can get there, which I can from E2. Finally, the Judomech can deploy his tank to push the Centipede onto D2, blocking the other spawn. We're sort of looking like this. And the tank can then just like sort of soak up the damage of the acid attack. We're putting the tank on D5 and asking it to push this guy. And we get 2 of our 3 spawn blocks out of the way, as well as killing a bunch of the enemies, although not all. Yeah, that seems okay. We picked up acid, I guess, at some point along the line I forgot about, but alright, sure. We could actually even... No. I was thinking I could save the tank by blocking the acid with my gravity mech, but then I'm not blocking the spawn, which is really important to do. We can't even guarantee another spawn will appear next turn, so we need to block these 2 to guarantee that we can get to this objective. Whew, still a tough combat, but I think I've figured out an answer. How are we dealing with the Scarab again? We're firing artillery onto H2, which I can do like so. Okay. And where do I want my Judomech standing? Doesn't matter that much. As long as it's not on D5 or E5. Or here, I guess. So we'll just do this. Alright, Archimedes, don't move in muscle. Wow, look how clustered everything is. You don't often see that. We did get 2 new spawns, so I'm real glad we were able to block as many as we did. It's looking like Judo from D4 to D2 gets these guys to both attack each other, and we can then focus our resources on blocking spawns. We can get all but one of them, I guess. And do a bit of extra damage to... Actually, as is, this Centipede's attack will deal 3 damage to the Firefly, almost killing it. And then the Firefly will attack back, defeating the Centipede. And then the Centipede will take damage from this. But if we get 1 more damage against the Firefly, I first thought that, oh no, then the Centipede will kill him and he won't fire back on the Centipede. Boo. But the Centipede's dead anyway. We're doing 1 damage and then dropping him on a spawner, so he'll be at 0. So we would like to do 1 extra damage to the Firefly. And I guess the best way to do that is by pushing him... Just pushing him away like this. And then judo here. Yeah. Does it matter which direction I push him? It doesn't. So I might as well not start fires near places I don't see the enemies ever wanting to go, that I might for some reason want to go. So we'll do this. Yeah, he's attacking that way. Good, good, good. Okay. Well, these guys are taken care of. We'll just repair up. And I could move again, but I won't. Wow, what was that explosion all about? So this guy, did he get acided up? He did. Okay, should be easy enough to deal with. We just bump him into this rock. Hang on. And then what? I can't kill him after that. So maybe don't do that, huh? Okay, sure. He attacks for 2. So... Oh, I can kill him this way. Yes. This was a problem because I couldn't judo him after that. But I can still reach the same key square on G5 as long as I come at it from G2 instead of from D5. Then we judo him and he's dead. Alright. Oh! That mission was another toughie. We're almost going to break the 1 hour boundary on just these 2 missions. But we did manage to do it like a perfect without taking damage. And we got a pod with nothing in it except, of course, the reactor core. Huh, they changed the red to blue, of course, for colorblind mode. How nice. I don't have red green colorblindness. I don't know. I think that just having little promotion markers is nice. Alright, I'm not going to spend the reactor core this mission, this episode. We'll get to that next episode. I just want to end this dang episode. It's gone on for 100 years. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.